So I took Yusuf and his dad canoeing today. We wanted to try something different and new, and thought that we'd really enjoy it despite it being September and very cold. The three of us got into one canoe. All had to be forward facing. Yusuf was right at the front, I was behind him, and behind me was his dad, the only person paddling, while I sat still in the middle, and Yusuf was very excited, rocking side to side. And the instructor followed us in his own canoe, and we just rowed very, very gently down the stream. So as his dad was paddling, Yusuf was rocking the boat a lot, side to side. He kept turning around saying, "Mummy, crocodile, mummy, fishes, mummy, shark." And I said, yeah, that's a crocodile, yeah. And I was trying to kind of engage him, but also trying to get him to stay still because he was rocking the boat so much. And then the instructor said, "Please don't worry, canoes can take a lot of rocking before you guys fall in, so don't worry about that." I said, "Okay then." So I felt quite confident, and so we carried on paddling. Well, his dad was paddling, not me. I sat still in the middle. Next thing I realized is that, we've slowed down. Yusuf is still rocking the boat side to side, and we're going very, very slowly now. The instructor is right by our side. And suddenly, out of nowhere, the entire canoe tilts to one side and we all fall out the canoe. And I remember my face going into the water first, and I remember thinking, "Oh my God, is this happening?" Once the water hits you, you realize how cold that water is. It was absolutely freezing, and I remember gasping for air and breathing really quickly and deeply. And then trying to look for Yusuf as well. He was right next to me, screaming and crying. And so we made our way to the instructor's canoe, and I thought, his dad was fine still on the boat. I turn around, his dad's in the water. The canoe is completely upside down. The canoe has floated away. So now the three of us are in water, holding on to the instructor's boat. The instructor is telling us, "Calm down. Breathe. You're wearing life jackets. You're going to be fine." And then he asked us, "Can you feel the ground under the river?" And I said, "No, my feet doesn't touch the ground." So then he gently pushed the three of us to the edge of the riverbank, because that's where the debris falls. So there's more to stand on if you're on the edge. So he pushed us to the edge. We stood there and waited for him. Got Yusuf, carried Yusuf, and I held onto his legs just to give him that sense of security, because he's just floating and he can't feel the ground, whereas us two, we were fine. We could stand in the water now. So the water now comes up just above our chest. Isaac, the instructor, goes to rescue the canoe. He lifts the canoe onto his canoe. He flips it over and then pushes it into the water. He ties a rope and then drags the canoe to us. We first put Yusuf on the canoe, and then we say to the instructor, "Please take Yusuf onto your canoe. He'll be safer with you." And that was absolutely fine. So Yusuf got into the instructor's canoe. Then it was my turn to get into the canoe. Now tell me, how am I supposed to get into that canoe if the water is at my chest level, just above my chest, and the canoe is well above my head? How am I supposed to get up and get in? I can't. So what they do is they tilt the canoe towards you. They tilt it towards you. You hold onto the seat really tight and you pull yourself out of the water. You're meant to kick up, is what he said. We did this twice, 2 attempts, and I failed. I do not have upper body strength to lift myself out of that water and into the canoe. So we were not successful. So then Isaac said that we would have to walk a few meters. So me and Yusuf's dad walked about 5 meters in that dirty, stinking water, found some steps, got onto those steps, and then we got back onto the canoe. And then we made our way back. Now, on the way back, while sitting there shivering, like completely in shock as like just what happened, processing everything, looking back, making sure Yusuf is okay, and thinking, I just want to get out of here. I just want to get in the car, put the heater on, and dry up, right? And in that moment, Yusuf's dad had the absolute audacity to say to me, you need to lose weight because that's why we'd almost drowned today, because you're fat. I was like, oh my God, he did not just say that. Like, knowing me 10 years ago, a comment like that would really upset me and make me feel insecure and whatnot. But like, nah, I've healed. Comments like that do not get to me anymore because they don't define my self-worth. I turned around and said to the man, hell no, you are not going to blame this entire incident on me when I was sat in the middle doing absolutely nothing but trying to balance all of that rocking that Yusuf was doing. So I have no idea why on earth our boat, our canoe, tilted. I just don't know what happened, but there's no way you're going to blame this on me. So I said to the man, the three of us are going to divide the blame equally, okay? Because none of us can explain what on earth happened out there. So back in the car, got changed, and driving home, replaying all the events, still in absolute shock at what just happened. And on the way home, a cyclist hits me. I'm like, oh my God, my day couldn't get worse. I mean, we've just survived drowning in shallow water, and now a cyclist hits me. So then I get out the car and I'm like, are you okay? And this guy who looks completely drunk and high completely ignores me, gets back on his bike and continues to cycle. God knows if he was hit again by another car. Like, he seemed completely out of it. So just when you thought the day couldn't get worse, got home and then obviously showered and whatnot and just processed everything that had happened. Obviously my phone, our phones took in a lot of water. Everything was soaked. We were soaked. Phones completely died. Phones no longer work. So yeah, it's just, I told Isaac that we will never be returning. I need time to recover from what just happened. And he said that he completely understands and doesn't blame us at all.